You want to live in LA like New York. You want high rises, full concierge service. You're sending your kids here for college. You want them to be in a safe, secure environment. Where do you go? Well, Westwood might be one of the areas you consider. Hi, I'm Corrie Sommers, your local Los Angeles realtor. Today we're going to be going over the neighborhood of Westwood, the history, what prices are like, and what makes Westwood so special. Stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, click the subscribe button below and the bell for updates in the next few seconds, and I'll be right back. If you live in Southern California, Westwood is most known for being the home of UCLA. If you don't live in Southern California, Westwood might not be something you're well aware of, but maybe as you've been exploring colleges for your kids, you've seen Westwood. Westwood is a very unique part of the city of Los Angeles. There's a whole corridor on Wilshire Boulevard that has concierge condo buildings that are very secure. You have a federal building right in Westwood, and of course the entire village built out to support UCLA. But let's talk about the history. Westwood itself was developed on the lands of the historic Wolfskill Ranch, a 3,000-acre parcel that Arthur Lutz, the successful founder of Broadway and Bullock's department stores, purchased in 1919. Upon Arthur Lutz's death, his son-in-law, Harold Jantz, the vice president of the Janus investment company, inherited the land, and he began to develop and started advertising homes for sale in Westwood in 1922. Janus's advertising included a write-up in the Los Angeles Times, which reported the news as Westwood, the subdivision to Wolfskill Ranch, 3,000 acres of scenic territory between the city and Santa Monica, is to be open for home seekers and investors today by the Janus Investment Company. This tract comprises approximately 1,000 residential and business lots situated in Los Angeles, west of the Los Angeles Country Club on Santa Monica Boulevard and Rancho Country Club on Pico Boulevard. Westwood Village was a planned 55-acre suburban shopping district immediately to the south of UCLA's campus. It was only the second such district on this scale to ever be built worldwide, preceded by the Country Club Plaza in 1922-1923 in Kansas City. It was created by the Janus Company that did a lot of development here in Southern California, specifically in Los Angeles, and run by Harold and Edwin Janus and their father Peter in the late 1920s. As a shopping district and headquarters of the Janus Company, the boom was completely complemented by the boom for UCLA, which opened in 1929. And it serviced not just faculty of UCLA, but students and affluent shoppers from the surrounding upscale neighborhoods that lived close by. Opening in 1929, the design was considered one of the nation's best planned and beautifully laid out commercial areas. Harold Janus had hired major architects and instructed them to follow a Mediterranean theme with clay tile roofs, decorative Spanish tiles, pesos, patios, and courtyards. Buildings were done at strategic points, including theaters, used towers to serve as beacons for drivers on Wilshire Boulevard. And if you've ever been to Los Angeles and driven down Wilshire Boulevard, or been in other parts of the city and you look out, maybe you're in the hills and you look out, Westwood is very distinguishable, as is Century City, as is downtown. Now, Janus picked the first slate of businesses, and despite the Great Depression, had about 452 businesses open. Now, Westwood has a couple of distinctive neighborhoods. Little Holmby is a highly sought after residential area north of Wilshire Boulevard, known for its single family homes and condominiums. It is literally between Holmby Hills and UCLA. The proximity to the UCLA Westwood campus and Westwood Village really adds a lot of appeal to this neighborhood. Historically, the area has been home to lawyers, professors, doctors, and those that work nearby. North Westwood Village, or North Village as it's often referred to, is consisted of some multifamily residential units where many UCLA students live. It's west of Galen, north of Wyborn, and east of Veterans Ave, North Westwood has their own neighborhood council, the North Westwood Neighborhood Council. They serve the stakeholders of UCLA, Westwood Village, and the Parisian Square. Meetings take place on the first Wednesday of the month. Westwood Hills now is a vibrant neighborhood of 605 single-family homes located immediately to the west of the UCLA campus. Developed in 1929, the neighborhood was originally called the Streets of Old Monterey, and it was a part of Janus Investments Corporation's Westwood Hills development that also included UCLA, Westwood Village, Holmby Westwood, and the Westwood neighborhood south of Wilshire to Santa Monica Boulevard. Over time, the streets of Old Monterey with its charming networks of streets came to be known as Westwood Hills. Westwood Hills lies at the heart of urban diversity. The community retains its original historical character and architectural distinction. Among lovely homes are examples of works from many outstanding Southern California architects like Paul Williams, Rudolph Schindler, Alan Stipple, and Wallace Neff. And if you've watched some of my other neighborhood videos, you've heard these names before. Now, Westwood Hills has their own Westwood Hills Properties Homeowner Association or Owners Association, whose goal is to maintain and enhance the quality of life for its residents in Westwood Hills. This is a voluntary organization with no membership fee, yet 83% of the homeowners there in Westwood Hills are actually members. The Westwood Hills Property Owners Association maintains a private, moderated email network to keep residents informed of a wide range of issues such as missing pets to security concerns happening in the neighborhood. Westwood Park is a city-operated facility at 1350 South Sepulveda Boulevard. There's amenities here such as tennis courts, basketball courts, baseball fields, soccer fields, playgrounds, and dog parks. The next neighborhood, Westwood Park South, is a vibrant neighborhood known for diverse dining as well as its proximity to UCLA. Westwood South, Tennessee is a quiet residential neighborhood known for tree-lined streets and a very family-friendly vibe. Westwood South Veteran is basically the Westwood South part of below Santa Monica Boulevard, and the Homeowners Association represents residential properties located between Santa Monica Boulevard on the north side and Pico on the south side, and Beverly Glen on the east with Sepulveda on the west. The last neighborhood, if you will, that I'm going to mention is Westwood Village, which is immediately south of the UCLA campus, bounded by LeConte, Galen, Thornton, and Wilshire Boulevard. This part of Westwood Boulevard, north of Wilshire, it has a lot of on-street shopping, dining, and entertainment. That was originally planned in 1920, and this is the second ever district to be built in the nation's history, of course, by the Janus Investment Company, who carefully selected architects and styles of the buildings. And it was Westwood's busiest district through the 1980s. A portion of Holmby Hills, home to the Playboy Mansion, south of Sunset Boulevard and east of Beverly Glen Boulevard, is within Westwood. And the most northern section of Holmby Hills is part of Bel Air. Together, Holmby Hills, Bel Air, and Beverly Hills form the Platinum Triangle. If you've watched some of my other videos, you've learned that before. Now, the Westwood Corridor is that stretch of Westwood, in Westwood of Wilshire Boulevard that is really known and characterized by all the high-rise condominiums. There are a couple luxury apartments and office towers. Now, the last neighborhood I'm going to mention in Westwood, I apologize for mispronouncing this in advance, Tehrangeles, which is also known as Little Persia. It refers to a large portion of Persian restaurants, grocery stores, bookstores, art galleries, travel agencies, and rug stores that are along Wilshire Boulevard, and has really served as a cultural hub for the Persian community in Los Angeles since the 1960s. Westwood has its own neighborhood council, their own farmers market, which is held on Thursdays from 12 to 5. And of course, there's a number of area amenities. But I'm going to breeze past that and get into the thing we like to talk about here, which is real estate. So I'm going to go through the 3 different price points that are available at the time of recording this video. So at the time of recording this video, an entry-level home in Westwood on West Home, which was a 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 1,910 square foot home, went for $1,690,000. This is a 2025 new construction contemporary home, perfect blend between a luxury design and a modern design. And this single detached home just had the most modern finishes and upscales, as you can see. The mid-price home at the time of recording this video in Westwood was a 5-bedroom, 6-bathroom home, 4,020 square feet on a lot of 7,193 square feet. So a decent sized lot. This home was on Wilkins Ave. And it's a Spanish style home, just moments from UCLA and Westwood Village. And it's really in close proximity to Century City, Beverly Hills, and all the wonderful cultural landmarks of Los Angeles. Now, this stunning home was under construction by the Thomas James Homes. Again, 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, and a detached ADU. The most expensive home at the time of recording this video had an asking price of $17,695,000. This was on Charing Cross Road, a 6-bedroom, 8-bathroom home, 9,240 square feet on a 15,034 square foot lot. That's just between a 1/4 acre and a 1/2 acre. This was, of course, a new construction home with exceptional custom contemporary sophistication and elegance and luxury. The interior featured wide plank wood floors, which has been the trend here for a while when it comes to new construction, and just a wonderful mix of finishes. Melee appliances, top of the line, resort style outdoor living, of course, with a pool, an ADU, and a built-in barbecue. So as you can see from the photos, this is an extraordinary house. If you are considering Westwood, if you have a child that's going to be going to college at UCLA and you're wondering, should I be paying rent? Are they going to live on campus? Does it make sense to buy a condo? Do you want to make sure they're safe? I would love to talk to you and walk you through all of that and go over some of the options for you. If you own a home in Westwood and you're considering selling, happy to jump on a call to discuss your specific needs, your time frame, what's most important to you, and how I can assist you. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't seen some of my other neighborhood videos, please take the time to go ahead and look at those videos. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please click the subscribe button, the bell for updates, new videos every week.